The Elks Children's Eye Clinic is located at the Oregon Health and Science University in Portland, Oregon. With a full staff of pediatric ophthalmologists and medical professionals, the clinic has doctors from every branch of ophthalmology. Should a child need a retinal specialist called in during surgery, or should a parent need genetic counseling, they can find it all under one roof. But in the late 1940s, there were no such facilities available to children. That was soon to change, thanks to the Oregon Elks. The relationship began in 1949 when Dr. Kenneth Swan noticed a large number of premature babies were becoming blind. He suspected it had something to do with the oxygen levels in the incubators. To test his theory, he needed an expensive piece of equipment, an oximeter. He turned to the Oregon Elks and found an organization willing to help. Not only did Dr. Swan get his oximeter, a year later the doors opened to a new clinic for visually handicapped children. In the years since, the Elks created the Elks Youth Eye Service, or EYES. This fund has generated $25 million for advancements in children's eye care. Because of this funding, the Elks Children's Eye Clinic is a national leader in its field.
We're really proud to have a strong history, starting with Dr. Kenneth Swan and extending through with Dr. Earl Palmer. And one of the things that I'm really proud of is to be able to continue that tradition here.
The clinic hosts more than 18,000 pediatric visits and 1,200 pediatric surgeries per year. And thanks to the Elks, the clinic has been carefully designed to best meet the unique needs of children. The clinic operates at the forefront of medicine technology, with a full suite of leading-edge digital and laser tools that provide physicians with the resources they require to diagnose and treat eye diseases. The examination rooms are built to optimize visual testing. Because some eye problems are best revealed when the child is viewing faraway objects, the rooms are designed to be long enough to test distance vision. Even the operating suite is designed specifically for babies and children. And children from all over the country come to the clinic for care that is second to none.
We've been coming here since Max was 3.5 months old. He was diagnosed with retinoblastoma. My daughter has it also.
Max first came to the Elks Children's Eye Clinic when he was just a few months old. He'd been found to have a tumor in his eye that was suspicious for what we call retinoblastoma. That's a pretty bad cancer. One eye was removed. The other eye was treated with radiation, and we only follow him occasionally with ultrasound because the treatment was very successful.
We knew that London had the risk for having tumors very early in the game. So we looked at her when she was a month old, and sure enough she had tumors. They were small enough that we were able to take care of them just by treating with laser. We didn't actually have to give her any chemotherapy. You can see where we lasered. All of those tumors have now shrunk away to nothing. She's just left with scar tissue there. And that's great because, number one, there's no more tumor, but number two, you can see that it doesn't involve her center of vision, which is right here. And so the fact that she doesn't have tumor in her macula and her fovea means that she's going to have great vision there.
The Oregon Elks provide financial and volunteer support for a statewide preschool vision screening program for children ages 3 to 5. More than 5,000 preschool children are screened each year in partnership with the Elks Children's Eye Clinic staff, the Head Start teachers, and local elk volunteers. Some eye diseases, such as amblyopia, can only be treated if caught before age 7. If we are able to identify a vision problem in a child that's 3 or 4 years of age, the chances that we can successfully treat that problem is much greater than if we don't identify it until they're 7 or 8.
Beyond dollars, the Elks donate thousands of hours volunteering at the clinic, greeting and escorting patients, testing children for visual impairment, and crafting the handmade quilts each child receives as a gift when visiting the clinic. Each year, the Elks sponsor a statewide eye safety poster contest. The top 3 winners receive U.S. savings bonds. And in the summer, they sponsor the Elks Children's Eye Clinic Summerfest, an annual event held at Oaks Park Amusement Center. Hundreds of visually impaired children participate, and Elks from all over the state come to volunteer.
Every single room we have here is equipped by the Elks, different lodges, and without them we'd be a completely different clinic. So thank you, Oregon Elks, and we'll try to do our best for you.
At Oregon Health and Science University and at the Elks Children's Eye Clinic, we have an unbelievably strong infrastructure. None of that would be possible without the generous support of the Elks, and that's something that we're really appreciative for.
I would like to tell the Elks thanks, a very heartfelt thanks for what the Elks have enabled us to do at the Children's Eye Clinic. I'd also like to tell the Elks to take great pride in what they've accomplished. It's a wonderful project. It's a wonderful accomplishment.
We're here to celebrate 64 great years and $25 million and a model of philanthropy that supports a great OHSU program. Go Elks Children's Eye Clinic.
Once upon a time, a king built a great highway for members of his kingdom. And after it was completed and before it was open to all, he decided to have a contest. The challenge was to see which member of his kingdom could travel the road the best. The king's subjects traveled the road all the way, but when each one arrived at the end of the highway, they complained about the fact that on the way there was a great pile of rocks. At the end of the day, a lone traveler came up, but he addressed the king with great respect and handed him a bag of gold. And he explained that he had stopped along the way to clear the rocks and debris that was blocking the highway, and he found this bag of gold. And he asked the king to return it to its rightful owner. The king explained that he was the rightful owner, for he had won the contest. For he who travels the road best is the one that makes the road easier for those who follow.